I like to do ketamine. One night I ended up doing that and I like had like a full on orgy with like my best friends. Apparently like in the back of a car in a Whataburger parking lot, like getting it on in the back seat, going through the drive-thru. I don't remember any of it, dude.
This took place in the drive-thru of a Whataburger?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's poppin', dude?
What's your name?
My name is Dusty.
Are you alright, Dusty?
I'm alright. I like that. I'm alright. I'm fine.
What's going on with you, man? You sound like I just woke you up.
No. I'm chilling. It was a long day, you know. Now we're here. But yeah, I'm awake. What's up with
Well,
you?
Dusty, tell me, my good sir, what would you like to talk to a Gecko about today?
Well, I mean, I texted you about this thing that happened. Basically, I like to do ketamine. I don't know if I can say that on here, but yeah,
You
I
can
like to
say
do
whatever you
ketamine.
want.
Fuck yeah. I like doing that, and one night I ended up doing that and like drinking some alcohol, which like makes you like kind of like black out, but it like also makes you stay conscious. And I like had like a full on orgy with like my best friends and like our chicks, and then like do not remember any of it. Was completely conscious through all of it. Woke up the next day like laying next to like a massive dildo, and like that's how like I found out. I was like, oh, something went down. But yeah. Like,
So you got fucked up.
I was like, what the...
You got fucked up on ketamine and woke up next to a dildo.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I asked my friends because they were not blacked out, but I asked them and they're like, yeah, no, we definitely had an orgy. And I was like, yo, was I good? And they were like, yeah, you were good. It's like I was like conscious, like did I like do anything weird? They're like, nah, you were chilling. You did the thing. So
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll let me ask you that. How do you feel about this experience? Is this like a like, because you sound like you feel like, oh, this is sick. I had an orgy and I didn't even know it. But or is it? Do you feel that way, or do you feel like, oh man, I should stop getting fucked up on ketamine?
you know, it's kind of like a little bit of both. It's like, yo, that was cool, but at the same time, it's like it would have been cooler if I could have remembered it, and it probably would have still happened if I wasn't like on ketamine, because it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I do want to like not do ketamine and drink anymore, but it's kind of like when I do ketamine, alcohol is like already like in the premise, so I feel like it's just like already gonna happen. Does that make sense?
Talk to us about ketamine. For those who don't know, I feel like ketamine, and maybe this is just because I'm whatever, but I feel like ketamine's been a new thing that I've been hearing about. Like,
Yeah,
it
feel
seems like it's a new phenomenon. Tell us about it.
It's honestly probably it's one of my favorite drugs. I wouldn't say it's my favorite one, but it's like I call it indica cocaine, because it's like you snort it, and then but instead of like getting all hyped up, it's just like you chill out, and it's like it can get like psychedelic if you do a lot, but like for the most part, it's like you're just gonna like chill out. And yeah, sometimes I call it like portal hopping. Like you'll see shit from like third person, and you're like it's like the verge of the K-hole, but like you'll see shit from like third person, and like I don't know, it gets trippy. It gets real fucking trippy, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like in a safe environment, it's like I think it's fun.
That actually is I've never heard it described like that. I know it's indica cocaine. I know you snort it once. I tried it once. I only tried it once, and I didn't like it. It just kind of like made my heart hurt and didn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. No, you should like, well, I wouldn't say like, I'm not trying to encourage you to like try it again, but like if you wanted to, like, don't be like, it's like I wouldn't like fray from it, you know, like be open-minded to it. It might have just been like not good stuff maybe, but yeah, I love it personally.
Okay, so I mean, do you feel like you have a problem with it?
I say like I've had problems with it, but like at this moment, no. Like, what classifies a problem? You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I have a problem, but like to like a person who doesn't do ketamine, they'd be like, "Yo, you got like a little bit of a problem." But like, I don't think I have a problem. I think there's a lot of people who do a lot more ketamine than me.
That's true. What would have to happen for you to be like, that's a problem? Waking up next to an even bigger dildo.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe like if I like a near-death experience, or like if I like went to like jail or something over it. But like I don't see that like happening. It's like more like I just like to go to the rave, get fucked up, and then go home. But like, you know, Uber and things like that. So like I'm like really like I feel like I'm pretty safe about it. But I don't. Also, like, I don't know.
What else is going on in your life?
Dude, honestly, you want to hear some other crazy shit that just happened?
Sure.
Okay, so like, my ex, we've like been broke up for like a little bit. Literally just like on Saturday, I went to like this really chill party with my friends. I like played some music. It was a good time. And my ex, like, we like had the same friend group, and so like she was like hitting everyone up to hang out, but they didn't want to make it awkward, so they were like kind of like ignoring her, like out of respect for me. But I guess like she looked up one of my friends that was there. She looked up her location on Snapchat, showed up to where we were at, and slashed all our tires, and then dipped the fuck out.
Your ex slashed all of your tires?
Yes, my tires, and then my friends, they rode there together, but she slashed their tires too. And they didn't even find out till they were like on the freeway in Dallas and shit. And they were like, "What the fuck's happening with our car?" And they like sent me a Snapchat. And I was like, "Yo, it's crazy. All right, have a flat tire too." And like, it was just like, what the fuck?
Is it bad to me if the worst thing I've heard from you so far is that you're still using Snapchat? I mean, it's a classic. I feel like Snapchat's a classic. I'll log into my Snapchat once a year or something like that, but
really?
I feel like Snapchat's a classic like place to buy drugs. I remember like pot dealers used to like put their shit on their story.
Hell no, you got to get Telegram now.
Really? Do you really like the whole? I'm curious about this. The whole Telegram thing, like the whole. Are people actually like if you organized a ketamine exchange over Facebook Messenger? Like, do you actually think anyone's like looking at your messenger to see if you're buying ketamine? Like, does anyone actually care that much about you?
Not about me, but maybe like the person selling it to me.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not like a very paranoid person. I just, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing, you know? Like maybe I was
gonna say like, that could be the ketamine.
Yeah, maybe it could be a lot of things. Honestly, I just don't like the feeling of being paranoid, and so I like don't like focus on that. Like if I see a cop, like I'm like, cool, there's a cop there, but like, is he worried about me? Probably not. Same with like online things.
So tell me this: why do you think your ex-girlfriend slashed your tires?
Oh, she told me. So like, cause I called her and I like psyched her out. I was like, I got you on a Ring camera doing it. So like, I'm gonna call the cops on you right now. She busted like real fast. I had no camera evidence. Like I don't know. Someone might have had a Ring, but I didn't have it. So she told me, like, she told me everything. She's like, I just like felt like my friends chose you over me and all this stuff. And I was like, damn, that doesn't even have to be like that. And that's some psycho shit to like find us and then slash our tires. But yeah, I guess it's like more like a jealousy thing because her friends chose me. I don't know.
Sure.
But it wasn't even like that.
Are you in a new relationship now?
No, not at all. I'm big chilling, just being single. I'm gonna soak it up for a minute. Very
nice. Are you? So is anything good and reasonable happening in your life?
Yeah, dude. I like pretty recently moved to like Dallas and like got a really dope ass job. I like do music, and my music's like actually doing some shit. I got booked in like Colorado and Oklahoma and Arkansas, and like yeah, it's like going really good. That's why I'm like, honestly, like this bitch just like that slashed my tires is like out of my life for really good. So that's a really good thing, and like I don't know, life is a great thing, and I'm really happy to be here.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can't possibly be addicted to drugs if you feel good.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Like,
Don't take anything I say seriously. I have no fucking idea.
No, you know what I always say is it's not an addiction until it's affecting the people you love around you. If it's affecting their life, then it's an addiction.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and I don't know if I'm going to sit here and figure out the precise definition of what an addiction would be, but I mean, I'm glad you sound like you're doing cool stuff. This DJ thing seems like it's panning out.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun. Make some weird noises and get to go cool places to show people my weird noises.
So who all was in this orgy?
Oh, okay. So it was this. So I have like she's like not my girlfriend, but like we like hang out quite a bit. It was with her, my best friend, and his fiance, and then I guess it was just a foursome. But that's enough. But and then yeah, but I don't remember any of the leading up to it. We were like apparently like in the back of a car in a Whataburger parking lot, like getting it on in the back seat, like going through the drive-thru. I don't remember any of it, dude.
This took place in the drive-thru of a Whataburger?
No, it started to take place, and then we got the food, went to my best friend's house, and then it like escalated from there. Like no one even ate Whataburger. Like I woke up to like completely full meals of Whataburger like out in front of me. It was the best thing ever, honestly. Like if you think about it, like hungover as fuck, you wake up and full Whataburger meal right there in front of your face.
Did you have sex with your friend's fiance?
Yeah. It's like
That's
love.
cool.
It's like a love thing though. It's not like a weird thing. It's like I don't know. It's not, it's kind of weird to explain. It's more like they're polyamorous, and me and my like lady friend are also pretty poly. So it was just like a good time, good night.
I think you're someone that we can all aspire to be like, Dusty.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man. I
don't know
aspire to be like you in some ways too, man. Like you're a very inspirational person.
I don't know if you're addicted to ketamine, but whenever you realize that you are, you're gonna have some pretty interesting stories to tell in Narcotics Anonymous.
Hell yeah.
Stay okay, all right? Just don't. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't go too crazy. Don't don't black out and be careful who you're with whenever you black out in the drive-thru of a fast food restaurant.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hey man, it was dope. It was dope as hell talking to you, dude.
Yeah, it was cool talking to you too, man. I'm deciding I'm not worried about you. I'm deciding you're gonna be fine.
Oh no, don't be. Not at all. I feel like I don't have a problem, and like I got things going. I keep things together in my life for the most part.
Dusty, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Yeah, absolutely. Love everybody for real. Like show love, spread love.
Hey, what's your Snapchat?
My Snapchat?
No, don't give us your Snapchat. All right, thank you, Dusty. Have a good night.
All right, bye.
I agree with him. There is something kind of awesome about waking up to old Whataburger that you can eat. Hey folks, this is Lyle. I am very excited to announce that I am going back on tour in 2024 to do Therapy Gecko live all across the country. If you've never been to one of my live shows before, they're basically like giant group gecko therapy sessions where people from the audience come on stage to talk to a gecko about whatever they want, just like we do right here on the podcast. Plus, I mix in a few stories and presentations and little tidbits from my own life. Tickets are available right now at therapygeckotour.com, or you can find the link in the episode description. I'm announcing many more cities in the second half of the year, but right now, tickets are on sale for Phoenix, Arizona, Louisville, Kentucky, St. Louis, Missouri, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Miami, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Denver, Colorado, Syracuse, New York, Albany, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Las Vegas, Nevada, Salt Lake City, Utah, Nashville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, San Jose, California, San Francisco, California, Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington. And you can get tickets for all of those cities at therapygeckotour.com. If you didn't hear me say your city, you can still go to the link and hit the RSVP button to get notified for when I do come to your city in the second half of the year. This is my third tour so far, and I think it's going to be sick. So I hope to see you there. Thanks.
Hello?
Oh, Jesus, where are you, man?
I'm at work right now.
Oh, well, I want to talk to you, but there's so many things going on in the background.
Hang on, is that better?
No. Where do you work?
No. I work at sort of like an amusement place, kind of like a Dave and Buster's, but it's called Whirly Balls.
Can you take me off of the speakerphone?
Yeah, you're not on speakerphone right now, man.
So Whirly Balls, what is Whirly Balls?
It's a place. It's got like laser tag and their signature game Whirly Ball, which is like basketball and lacrosse, but you're in a little bumper car and shit. It's pretty cool.
That actually sounds. Do they just have that, or do they have that plus like different like arcade games and shit?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like their main thing is their game Whirly Ball, but they have bowling alleys and they have laser tag. They have like a 2-story laser tag arena here.
That sounds sick. How many Whirly Balls are there around the world? We had a place called Players, which is a similar shtick, but I've never heard of a Whirly Ball.
I mean, there's like 5-on-5, you know, that's like the max we allow, and you have like a little like plastic racket. You scoop up a wiffle ball and you pass it to your teammates, and you score on the stack board and whatnot. It's pretty cool. I just got done with the party because I'm a referee.
Do people ever get mad at you for bullshit calls?
Yes, they do. And I tell them, don't argue with the ref or I'm kicking you out.
That's awesome. That must feel so good. That must feel like you run a country or something.
It is. It's my favorite part of the job is calling people out and then making fun of them when they miss wide open shots. Yeah.
So, Xavier, what town are you in, Xavier? Where's this Whirly Ball at?
It is in Naperville, Illinois.
Naperville, Illinois. What time is it there?
Yeah. It is. Let me see. It is just about 8:30 here.
Wow. Okay. So club going up on a Tuesday in Naperville, Illinois.
Yes, sir. And I'm here talking to a wonderful gecko. I've been a fan for years, man.
Well, thank you. I just have to ask: is anyone get pissed off that you're on the phone right now instead of doing shit?
No, I mean it's very slow right now. I just got done with the party, and I have like 2 hours to close up shop. So,
okay, great.
Right now.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, Xavier, I saw you texted something you wanted to talk about, but I'll ask you what did you want to talk about?
Well, I had wanted to talk to you about being a black kid in a white town raised by white parents. He's been like one of the only ones out there.
Mm-hmm. I think somebody just got a strike in bowling when you said that.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Oh, you! It's so funny that you decided to call me from a fucking bowling alley. Anyway.
Yeah.
But you seem like an
Yeah.
interesting guy, so I'm gonna try to talk to you through the noise. Oh my God, it's really a bowling alley. Oh Jesus Christ! Is there any way you're gonna like? Here's the thing: we're gonna get into like a really serious part of this conversation, and you're gonna be talking about a revelation you had in your youth, and you know how you want to repair your relationship with your father, and then someone gets a strike.
Yeah, I'm running to the break room at work right now.
Okay. All right.
I'm walking through the kitchen. I'm about to take the elevator.
So, you said that you were raised by white parents in an all-white town?
Yes.
Are you adopted?
Yes, I am.
Well, I'll let you start telling me about this however you would like to start.
Well, it all kind of started when I was like really little, actually. So I have two other siblings, one older and one younger. So we were all put in foster care pretty young. And my sister was too old. So like me and my younger brother were really ones that were like, you know, sought after. And we were actually kind of lucky because we were with the first families that took us in, you know, which doesn't really ever happen because the adoption system is fucked and it traumatizes kids beyond belief.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a shitty experience as a whole. But me and my younger brother were lucky ones. My sister wasn't so lucky. She didn't end up getting adopted by a family, but she's all right. You know,
wait a minute. So you got separated from your siblings?
Yes. Yes. I
Really?
did.
They do that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not as bad as it wasn't as bad as like it could have been. You know? Because
what do you mean? It wasn't as bad as it could have been.
So actually, it ended up that the family that adopted me and the family that adopted my younger brother, they knew each other.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like
Weird.
me and my younger brother would stay in touch. And,
you're like
my older.
You're family friends with your brother.
Yes. Yeah, which was really nice. And
That's
then,
fascinating.
My other sister actually got taken in by my biological grandma, but she wasn't very fond of the families that took me or my younger brother in, so it was kind of hard to stay in contact with her during our younger years.
By the way, I try not to read the comments, but people are talking a lot of shit about Naperville in the chat.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible out here. It's horrible. Thankfully, I don't live out here.
What makes it so horrible?
It's so fun story, actually. So I used to date a girl out in Naperville, right? And I used to live south, like about half an hour south of Naperville. And every time I'd leave her neighborhood, I'd get followed by a car to the highway.
Jesus.
It was the same car every time, and like there's a bunch of rich, preppy, racist white people out here, you know. So like, it's not a great place, and a lot of them, like their kids, like their teenagers, their children, especially their sons, like to put on a performative act of like being gangster almost or acting hood in a way, and it's almost idiot. It is idiotic. It's idiotic. And really stupid.
And so, how long what age were you at when you were adopted?
I was adopted at 5.
Okay. And how old are you now?
And I am 22. I'm about to be 23 in March.
Okay, so you basically lived your whole life with this family and in this neighborhood.
Yes.
And what was it like growing up?
It was weird. It was weird because there was like one other black kid down the street, but he moved away when I was really young. Shout out to that man, Justin Smith. I miss you every day, bro. But yeah. Once he moved, I was like flying solo as like the only black kid in my grade or in my school for the longest time, and it was weird, and I didn't really understand it until a little bit later. Like you ever heard of you know the rapper Earl Sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said in the song that he was it was 2 black for the white kids and 2 white for the blacks, you know? And at that point, it kind of clicked because I heard that when it was like early Odd Future days. So I was like, I've been like a fan since like day one. So like when I heard that, it clicked, you know? and like it kind of made sense, but it still left me feeling alienated, you know. But like it also let me know, it was like that whole Odd Future collective kind of let me know that it's okay to not follow the, you know, the normal African American stereotype, you know, because like I'm far from it. You know, like I'm not big on sports, you know, I'm not a violent person, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm very far from like the stereotypical archetype of a black man,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like.
Do you now as an adult, do you now have black friends?
That's the thing. I've been having like, that's one thing I've been striving to have, and I've been struggling to find it. Can you
like meet, is there, like, you know how there's blackpeoplemeet.com, right? Can you go on there for friends?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. Like I have a girlfriend, you know, and she's mixed. So like, well, she's white. She doesn't really identify as like a white person because like she doesn't like all like the negative connotations that come with white people, and she doesn't act like a stereotypical white person, you know. So it's like we jokingly classify her as a person who happens to be white, you know. You know,
does
like
does she say the word?
No, no, she does not. No.
Okay.
No, but she is very understanding of black culture, which is wonderful. Which is very, very supportive.
And so, like, when you were growing up as a kid, like middle school, high school, are you still friends with those folks?
Oh, yeah. I didn't have very many friends. I had, like, one. So, my best friend, Colton, so as you know, I'm 22, about to be 23. This man has been my friend for 20 years. And our dads were friends in middle school. And because of that, we met each other, and we've been friends since we were 2. And that is something I can proudly say, because I know that not very many people within my age range can say they've had a friend for 20 years. Yeah.
Now, what about your so you said so you have a brother and a sister. And your brother was adopted by a family that is friends with the family that you were adopted by.
Yes.
And are you still cool with that brother? You still hanging with him?
Yeah, it's harder now because I'm working full time and he's in college, and so it's hard to find time. But like it's all love, you know. We still look after each other. We still like hang out whenever we can, you know. And our older sister is more in our lives now, you know.
Interesting.
So she's there.
So where did she go? Is it hard to find her?
No, she's actually I was in my hometown, and we were each in a town over from each other. So like I was in the middle town, my brother was in the eastern town right next to me, and my sister was in the western town right next to me. So, and she still is there. And so like I've moved farther. I'm like almost an hour away from my hometown right now because I live with my girlfriend. And but yeah.
Wait, so you work at an entertainment center in Naperville, but you live an hour out.
I live half an hour out. Why do
you still work there?
Job market is horrible. Job market is horrible. The job market is horrible. I used to do warehouse work, but just ever since I moved, it's been terrible to find like warehouse work that's willing. Like they're hiring, but they won't hire anybody.
And are you a lifelong Floridian? Would you ever move anywhere else?
I do want to move to Virginia.
What's going on in Virginia?
I went out. So in August, I went out for one of my really good friends' weddings with a couple of my buddies. We took a road trip there. It was like 2,000 miles round trip because they went to Western Michigan at the time. I drove from Chicago to Western Michigan University, all the way to Virginia Beach. So it was like 1,000 miles just in one direction. But Virginia Beach is a beautiful area. It was beautiful from what I saw. It was warm. There was a very diverse crowd. you had very small town vibes in certain areas, but it was also like it's a big area, you know. You have the ocean right there. It's just from what I witnessed, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah. What would you do there?
Honestly, I'd find work. I mean, I'm taking classes for user experience design. Which is, I'm not sure if you're aware of what that is, but
UX design. It's like you make apps hard to use.
No, you actually make them easier to use. If something's ever really hard to use, like, and it's confusing, that usually means they only had one designer within their team, or they didn't have any designers and they just kind of threw it together.
I want to know this, and if you want to talk about it, did you ever get to like back into contact? Because it's interesting, because so you're in contact with your biological grandma. Were you ever in contact with your mom or dad or any of your other biological family?
No. I have not seen my biological mother since I was 4, and I've never seen my biological father. So then,
are you still cool with the grandma?
She lives in Texas, and I never really got any way to contact her, you know? So when she's around, it's all love, you know? But, like, I don't really ever communicate with her, you know?
What about any of your other siblings? Do they communicate with them?
My older sister that's like basically like her mom. My biological grandma raised my older sister. So like my older sister loves my grandma. Yeah.
And what else was I going to say? Are you still like your adopted parents? What's their deal? Who are they?
They were. I was actually the first child they adopted. They're wonderful people. They've given me a life more than I could even ask for. You know, they've set me up within their best abilities. You know, they've bent over backwards time and time again to give me the best life that I could possibly have, and I'm forever grateful for that. You know,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I mean, obviously, you know, there's ups and downs. You know, like there's no right way to parent a kid, and there's no like, you know, like I wasn't a perfect kid, so like obviously there's ups and downs. You know, and there's some things we still don't see eye to eye on. You know, even though I'm grown, you know, and there's still like there's still some issues. But like at the end of the day, I mean, I love them dearly. You know, they've done more for me than I could ever even ask. You know.
Do you are you still close with them now that you live an hour out?
Yeah, honestly, like at first it was like the relationship with my foster mom was a bit rocky towards the end of like me moving out. But ever since I moved out, it's gotten better. I think it was at that point where it was like we just kind of needed space from each other.
Yeah, totally.
You know? Yeah. And on top of that, like a bunch of my other foster siblings have moved out, you know? So, I mean, it's really just a lot of the birds are leaving the nest, so to speak, right now. Yeah.
So what's your ultimate goal here then? UX designing. If you could wave a magic wand, what would your life be?
If I could wave a magic wand and have my life be perfect. If it was actually perfect and everything like was like my way, I'd end up owning 3 different like clothing brands. Have like my 3 favorite cars, live in a good house with my girlfriend, and we'd be married, and she'd be having the best barbering career of her life.
Barbering career? Like she cuts hair?
Yes, my girlfriend's a barber, cosmetologist, and braider.
Oh, very cool. Yes.
My girlfriend's fucking awesome. I love my girlfriend so much.
That's very sweet, man. How'd you guys meet?
Yeah. So funny story, actually. We met through 2 people. So like, I used to be kind of like a bar junkie. So I used to go to bars all the time, like when I was like 21, because I just got it out of my system early. I don't really drink anymore, but
you're 22, right?
Yes, I'm 22.
Okay, so you're talking about this like it was 10 years ago.
No, I know it's weird. It's weird when I say it, but like it's true. Like I got bored of it really fucking quick. I don't do it anymore. But so I had this drinking partner right at the time, who was a 48-year-old lesbian mom. She ended up, she's like now like a godmother figure to me. But she was dating somebody who knew my girlfriend through like a similar circle, right? And we both ended up running into each other because we were both invited out to his karaoke bar, right? And I'm outside and I see her and I go, hey, I like your outfit. And she says, hey, I like yours too. Because that's just how I am. Like, if I see somebody with a nice outfit, I'm going to tell them I like their outfit. It's not that deep. I'm just going to say it, But I thought nothing of it. I was like, I'm probably never going to see this person again. And then I go back inside to sit down, and we see each other. And it was like the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. We both looked at each other, and immediately, like, we just started hitting it off. And in my mind, the whole time I'm talking to her, I'm like, this person is like the coolest fucking person ever. This person's amazing, right? And I end up getting her Snapchat, and I find out she's a barber. And I'm like, well, next time I get a haircut, I'm coming to you. And if you do a great job, you're the only person I'm seeing for my hair. She goes, all right, cool. But I never got the information on how to book an appointment, and I never asked where she worked. So like 6 months later, after I finally built up enough courage to like reach out to her, because I'm like, this person's too fucking cool, I asked him like, hey, how do I book an appointment? She sends me the link. I'm like, oh, damn, okay. So I book an appointment anyway. 2 months later, I come in, and she's like ecstatic to see me after like so long. And I'm like, holy shit, yes. So I sit down, she starts cutting my hair, and it was like we never missed a beat. And then we started actually communicating and Snapchatting, talking to her like friends. And then after that, we kind of realized, well, holy shit, we have a lot of stuff in common, right? And they're like, did we just become best friends? And she's like, yeah. And then we start hanging out more. And then next thing you know, we kind of catch feelings for each other, and now we're dating. And now
that's very sweet. How long have you guys been dating for?
We're approaching 7 months now.
Very sweet. Very sweet.
Yeah, 7 months together, almost a year of just like talking on a romantic way.
Well, I guess before we go, I'll ask you, I mean, the original subject that you wanted to talk about was like specifically the experience of being the only black guy in town. And I don't know, was there anything else that like about that subject specifically that you wanted to share, or do you feel like we covered it?
I mean, there's a hell of a lot more, but I'll leave it with this. My message to the people of the computer: if you ever feel like an outcast, just know there's other people who feel the same way. You are not alone in your feelings. Embrace your true self.
What's the absolute worst part of Naperville? Like, give us the reason the biggest reason not to go to Naperville, Florida.
Oh, this is Naperville, Illinois.
Oh, why the fuck did I think it was Florida? I thought this was Florida the whole fucking time.
No, this is Illinois.
It just sounds like a place in Florida. Okay, tell us why not to go to Naperville, Illinois.
It's fucking horrible. It's a bunch of snobby-nosed white people. There's no diversity of culture. It's like if you saw a cornfield and was like a Starbucks that would look really fucking nice here, that's basically the embodiment of Naperville. It's like Naperville wants to be Chicago so bad, At the very least, they have a bumper car basketball facility? That's the best. Yeah, it's a pretty decent way to describe it.
Well, I guess you already said it, but is there any final thing you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Stay true to yourself. Don't change for other people. Let your life decide who you're supposed to be. Follow your gut and stay true.
Thanks for the kind words, Xavier. Now go yell at some kids to stop running.
I will. Geck bless. Geck bless.
Take care. Take care, man.
Thank you.
Dude, does anyone remember, I'm trying to remember, there was a place called Jeepers. They had this, like, banana ride, and it was kind of half rides, half arcade. There's a place called Jeepers. I think there was a few Jeepers. Shout out to Jeepers. Just wanted to end this call by saying shout out to Jeepers. Shout out to Players in Maryland. Shout out to Chuck E. Cheese. Can you still get into Chuck E. Cheese? Can you get into Chuck E. Cheese without an adult? They have the best pizza, dude. They have the best pizza. There was this thing where they ran a ghost kitchen where you could order Chuck E. Cheese pizza like just from Uber Eats or whatever the fuck, and I never did it, but I wish I did because they have the best pizza. I went to Italy a while ago and I had pizza and it wasn't as good as the Chuck E. Cheese pizza. So yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, what is your name?
Oh my god, my name is Scarlett.
Scarlett, what's going on? How's life?
It's great. How are you?
I'm a Gecko on the computer, and I'm actually having a pretty nice night. I'm having a pretty good recording session. I'm enjoying talking to people. I'm enjoying being alive. I'm feeling like a real person. Slowly but surely.
I'm feeling like a real person too. I was watching the stream and I kind of gave up on calling, so I was watching videos on cats and trapped, neuter, returned. Do you know about that?
Trapped, neutered, returned? What is that?
It's a program. You know how there's like so many feral cats on the street? It's a program where you go and you trap cats and you take them so that way they don't have babies anymore, and then you put them back in the community. It's the only way to decrease the cat population.
Is that a good thing to cut off cat cocks?
Yes, it is, actually. So that way they don't have babies, and then there's not like thousands of kittens on the street without a home.
Because I feel like if aliens came down to Earth and they were like, hey, we're going to help solve human population by cutting guys' cocks off, I think a few of us would probably be like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thing. But I have a colony of cats that live outside my house, so I gotta.
Did you assemble this colony? Did you assemble this colony, or did this colony just come?
Well, I mean, we kind of did because we fed them. So they were like, "Oh, you have food? Let me come over." So now we have like 6 cats living in our backyard.
That's pretty cool.
But I love cats, so all is good.
Well, here's what. Okay, you're a contradiction, Scarlett, because if you love cats so much, why don't you want more of them running around? Why are you trying to curb the population?
Okay, you see, I'm an opera singer, and my boyfriend's an opera singer, and we move around a lot, so we can only really have like 1 or 2 cats. If I had like a stationary job and I could like live in one place forever, I'd have like a colony of cats. I'd have like 30 cats.
What, so you guys are always on tour doing the opera?
No, we're not on tour. We're pretty young, and being opera singers is tough. I mean, do you know anybody that's an opera singer?
How old are you guys?
I'm 26 and he's 24.
Okay,
25.
Very nice. Did you guys meet at the opera?
We met in school, in university.
Ah, okay. Very cool. Very cool. It's that you sound like you guys have a good life.
Yeah, we're good. We live in South Florida now. I'm from South Florida. So it's nice to be close to home. But I'd love to move to Europe, if I'm being completely honest. That's like the dream.
What's the worst thing about being an opera singer?
The worst thing about being an opera singer? Well, okay. I'm an opera singer, but I'm also like a marketer. I'm a social media girly, and I work in social media. So I kind of do both things. And I would say the worst thing about being an opera singer is like a lot of people don't understand what you do. So it's like hard to find like a community that loves opera, if that makes sense, or like people appreciating like what you do. and like the work that goes behind it. And I guess you could say that for any artist, like a visual artist or a dancer, like the amount of time and effort that goes into like the art that you're doing is like astounding. And unless you're an artist, you like can't really comprehend. Does that make sense?
You just a general feeling of being unappreciated.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like the folks who do those special effects on those Marvel movies must feel, right? Because they spend
oh my God. Yeah, they spend like their whole lives.
Yeah, they spend like 8 hours a day for about 7 years just on Adobe whatever, clicking and dragging keyframes around. And then Robert Downey Jr. shows up for like 2 days, and then it's Robert Downey Jr.'s fucking Iron Man. You know, it should be Mark Finnegan's Iron Man.
You're absolutely right. And then you go to the theater one day of your life for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. You watch the movie and then that's it. Not even Scarlett. Not even Scarlett. You have the movie in the background while you are on your phone doing something in a different room. Or that. Yeah, you're talking to Therapy Gecko.
Mm-hmm. So I guess at the very, not to make this say it could be worse, but you know it could be worse. You could do special effects for Marvel movies that people watch. That people don't watch while they're in the bathroom in another room.
You're
At
right,
least the cool thing about opera is that I guess people are captive audience for you. You know.
Yeah. I guess so.
What's the best thing about being an opera singer? What do you enjoy about it?
I really love learning languages. Do you like watching things in different languages?
I'm trying. I'd like to learn. I knew a little bit of Italian, but I want to. Spanish seems fun. I've been there's a few stores I've been to around my around the city, and like they only speak Spanish.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I really love that. Yeah, learning languages is fun. And I feel like so many more things and like the world could be better if we could watch things in different languages. Like I feel like we could come to appreciate like cultures and people if we like watched more things in different languages. And same thing with opera. Like it's a play. There's costumes. You read subtitles the whole time, but it's like there's so many things to look at. It's so engrossing, and it's so like opera can be so scary. But I want to tell people that it's not scary. Just like literally wear a gecko suit and go to the opera. Nobody can tell you what to do.
Somebody in the chat just said, my roommate dated an opera singer in college, and it sucked because the asshole would start warming up at 9:30 a.m.
Well,
by the way, at 9:30 a.m.
Really
9:30 a.m. is not that bad. That's like that's the work day.
True, but opera singers can be pretty loud, so it would wake everybody up. So I get where that person's coming from.
That is rude.
And that's just a rude person. That's not like an opera singer trait. That's just being rude.
What, have you ever done something like that?
No, because I'm pretty considerate. Also, I don't like singing in front of people when I don't have to, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, some people in the chat were also saying they wanted you to belt out right now, but that probably would wake up neighbors.
Well, I live in a house, so no, not really. But I freaking knew that would happen. Okay, one of my side projects I'm gonna self-promote here is an opera page. And literally my second to last video is a meme talking about how people are like, oh, you're an opera singer, can you sing something? And it just happened on Therapy Gecko. So thank you for affirming it. Thank you.
I guess this means you're not. I guess this means you're not going to do it.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Thank you. Thank you for your curiosity, but unless I'm getting paid, No, thank you.
Well, you invited me to come to the opera in this text. Where's this opera?
It's anywhere you want it to be. There
What
we
does that
go.
mean?
Okay. I will go to the opera with you wherever you go. I will be there. Okay. We can go to New York. We can go to South Florida. Anywhere opera's happening, I'll be there.
Oh, I thought this was like your. I assumed it was like your opera. I didn't know if you just meant meant like the opera.
No, I just mean like the opera in general.
Oh, okay.
I think it would be really fun for you to go to the opera because people are like, oh, opera is so like, I don't know, like when you think of the opera, you probably think of like, oh, people dressed in like really nice suits and like it's really nice and everybody's very, got their noses in the
It's
air.
very posh, yeah.
Yeah, very posh, but it doesn't need to be like that. And I feel like you showing up, people would be like, what's going on at the opera?
No, but I see the thing. I would show up in a suit, and I would just be like, I would be a dick to everyone. I would like, I wouldn't tip the bartender, and I would send the drink back, and I would fart really loudly, and it would smell bad, and
so you'd be a bad audience member.
Yeah, I would be bad. If I would yell out lame if I didn't like one of the singers. I wouldn't be good.
Honestly, please. Just yell boo.
I would boo. I would boo
really
a lot.
loudly.
I would if somebody was good. I would boo just because I'm jealous. Well, Scarlett, I appreciate you giving us this little tidbit into another portal of opera. Into the opera universe. Is there anything else that you want to say or share or express to the people of the computer before we go?
Yeah, go follow my opera account if you want to hear a little bit of opera music. It's on Instagram at Simply Bel Canto, Simply Bel Canto, Canto. Oh, also, Therapy Gecko, you went to Guatemala. I'm Guatemalan. I freaking love Guatemala.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm very fond of Guatemala. Well, some girl just died there at the same place that I went to, and I was like, damn, that sucks.
Are you talking about Lake Atitlan?
Yes, Lake Atitlan.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. That was really messed up. But it's a beautiful place. It's messed up, but Guatemala is a beautiful place. Side note.
Yeah, but, I lived in Los Angeles for a hot second, and a lot of people died there too. So, people, pretty much anywhere that there are people, those people die. So it all evens out.
Yeah, that's life.
Have a good rest of the night, Scarlett.
Thank you so much for talking to me. This made my night. I hope I trap some cats tonight in your honor. Beautiful.
Bye, Scarlett.
Alrighty. Goodbye.
I'll sing opera right now. I don't give a fuck. I'll stop.